This video brings an urgent message about a serious legal danger you might be facing right now without even knowing it. Someone could be using your identity for criminal activity involving vehicles, and authorities might already be building a case with your name on it. This isn't just another scam warning video. It exposes a sophisticated scheme that's entrapping innocent people daily. What you're about to learn could save you from criminal charges, financial ruin, and a damaged reputation. That could take years to repair. There's a hidden pattern of identity theft happening right now that specifically targets vehicle registrations and loans. Don't scroll away, because ignoring these warning signs could make you look guilty in the eyes of investigators who don't understand you're actually a victim. Your quick action now could make all the difference. This isn't an ordinary identity theft situation. It's a calculated criminal operation where someone has potentially used your personal information to register a vehicle, creating a paper trail that links directly to you. Criminal organizations have developed a sophisticated vehicle registration scheme that makes you appear to be the owner of cars used in illegal activities. Missing these warning signs could mean being implicated in serious financial crimes, including money laundering, tax evasion, and even drug trafficking, all without your knowledge or participation. This scheme creates a limited time window for you to protect yourself before formal investigations begin, and your name becomes permanently associated with criminal records. That's why this warning found you today. Your attention to this video isn't by chance. It's because these schemes are becoming more common, and you need to know what to look for before it's too late. The criminals behind these operations design their paperwork specifically to make you appear guilty while keeping their own identities hidden. They're counting on your ignorance and delay to establish a convincing trail of evidence that points to you instead of them. Every uneasy feeling you've had about unexpected mail or strange charges has been justified. Every moment you've wondered if something wasn't right with your accounts or identity deserves attention. All the times you've questioned if you're being too paranoid about identity security, that caution was completely warranted. Your concerns about identity security haven't been overreactions. Those moments when something felt off about a call or email, but you couldn't quite identify the problem. Your instincts were trying to protect you. The times when small financial discrepancies appeared but seemed too minor to investigate, those were potential warning signs. The effort it takes to monitor your credit and accounts in today's digital world can be exhausting, yet you've persisted. The questions you've carried about whether your information is truly secure are completely valid. Identity security isn't always straightforward, and warning signs aren't always obvious. Even the most careful people can become victims because these schemes are specifically designed to bypass normal security measures and attention. That's why this particular warning is being made especially clear, because time may be running out to protect yourself. Here's how the car registration money laundering scheme typically works. Criminals obtain your personal information through data breaches, mail theft, or social engineering. They then use this information to register a vehicle in your name at an address they control or can monitor. This vehicle is subsequently used in various illegal activities or as collateral for loans that fund criminal operations. Warning signs appear in everyday life but are often dismissed. Unexpected vehicle registration renewals for cars you don't own, mysterious inquiries on your credit report from auto lenders, insurance mailings for vehicles you've never purchased, or traffic citations from places you've never visited. These red flags might seem like simple mistakes rather than evidence of a coordinated criminal scheme. Criminals specifically target people with good credit history, limited social media presence, or those who don't regularly check their credit. Reports Vantis making your clean record a valuable asset to them. This scheme is particularly dangerous because the paper trail creates a legitimate-looking connection between you and criminal activities. The window to take action before legal problems begin is rapidly closing once these documents have been created in your name. When victims don't catch these schemes early, the consequences can be devastating. Consider Michael from Oregon, who discovered his identity had been used to register 3 vehicles only after police arrived at his home with a search warrant. These vehicles had been involved in transporting illegal goods across state lines, and Michael spent over $45,000 in legal fees proving his innocence. Or Sarah from Texas, who learned her identity had been used to purchase and register a car involved in a money laundering operation only after her bank accounts were frozen during investigation. It took nearly 2 years to clear her name and restore her financial standing. Your financial reputation, employment opportunities, and even freedom could be jeopardized by someone else's criminal activity. The legal system often places the burden of proving innocence on you, requiring documentation, alibis, and evidence that you weren't involved. The hidden pattern in these schemes that authorities often miss is how completely separated the real criminal stays from the vehicles, while creating a perfect paper trail leading to an innocent person. This awareness will help you spot problems before they escalate to legal consequences. There's a wave of these vehicle registration schemes happening right now across the country. Law enforcement agencies have reported a 340% increase in these specific types of identity theft cases in just the past 18 months. As you learn these warning signs, you're becoming more aware of how to protect yourself from being the next target. More cases are appearing in the news than ever before, yet many go unreported because victims feel embarrassed or don't understand what happened. This isn't a random crime wave. It's a carefully orchestrated criminal operation taking advantage of gaps in the vehicle registration systems across different states. Your vigilance about checking unfamiliar documents, unexpected mail and credit report inquiries matters more than you realize. Taking action within the first 30 days of these warning signs appearing can completely change the outcome of your situation and prevent years of legal complications. The criminals behind these schemes are counting on your delay, confusion, and embarrassment to establish a stronger case against you. By recognizing the warning signs now, you're already disrupting their carefully laid plans to use your identity as a shield for their activities. Why are these schemes increasing right now? Current economic pressures have created more incentives for criminal organizations to accelerate money laundering operations. Technological advancements have made personal information more accessible through data breaches, and staffing shortages at DMVs nationwide have reduced verification procedures, creating the perfect environment for this type of fraud. Criminals choose their timing strategically, often registering vehicles just before holiday periods when government offices are closed or during peak registration seasons when processing is rushed. They're counting on overworked systems, missing verification steps that would normally catch discrepancies. All the identity protection steps you've taken, like credit freezes and password managers, might not be enough against this particular scheme, which exploits governmental registration systems rather than financial institutions. This specific vehicle registration scheme connects to larger criminal networks involved in drug trafficking, money laundering, and organized crime. Authorities are only beginning to understand these patterns, making it critical for you to be your own best advocate. Law enforcement agencies are still developing protocols for handling these cases, which means early detection and self-advocacy are essential before you become entangled in a complex investigation. If you're finding this information valuable for protecting yourself against these vehicle registration schemes, please consider sending a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or whatever amount you feel appropriate to support our channel's mission of exposing these criminal operations. Your support helps these critical warnings reach potential victims before they become entangled in legal difficulties. When you give, You become part of a community dedicated to fighting back against identity thieves and helping innocent people. Avoid becoming scapegoats for criminal activity. Your generosity funds more investigative content that exposes these evolving schemes. As you become aware of this vehicle registration scheme, you take on a new responsibility, not just to protect yourself, but to alert others who might be vulnerable. This knowledge brings an obligation to be more vigilant about all identity documents, particularly those involving high-value assets like vehicles and property. It's time to take specific actions that secure your identity and prevent criminals from using your good name as a shield for their operations. Don't view these steps as burdensome. See them as essential protection for your financial future and legal standing. Finding balance becomes key during this heightened alert period. While implementing stronger monitoring systems, remember that simple, consistent checks of credit reports, mail, and official documents provide your strongest defense against becoming implicated in someone else's crimes. You're now equipped with information that could save someone else from criminal charges. Vehicle registration fraud affects thousands of innocent people each year who never see it coming. You've moved from potential victim to informed protector, both for yourself and others who don't yet understand this scheme. As you recognize the warning signs of vehicle registration fraud, consider how you can alert friends and family members who remain unaware. Your experience with this information demonstrates how criminals count on public ignorance to perpetuate their schemes undetected and unpunished. Every time someone shares specific warning signs, another potential victim gains protection. These conversations create a network of informed citizens that make identity thieves' jobs significantly more difficult. Your awareness helps law enforcement build better cases against the real criminals, rather than pursuing innocent victims. This warning isn't meant to be private knowledge. It's information that becomes more powerful when widely shared. The criminals behind these operations fear nothing more than an educated public that knows exactly what to look for and how to respond quickly. Your newfound understanding serves both as personal protection and community service. When you help someone else check for warning signs or report suspicious documents, you're not just helping one person, you're disrupting criminal networks that depend on easily exploitable victims who don't communicate with each other. Staying protected requires ongoing vigilance beyond just addressing this specific scheme. Develop a regular schedule for checking your credit reports from all three bureaus, scanning for unexpected inquiries from auto lenders or unfamiliar registrations. Create a system for documenting and filing all vehicle-related communications, even those claiming to be errors. Guard against becoming complacent after checking once and finding nothing suspicious. These criminals are patient and may attempt to use your information months or years after obtaining it, waiting until you've returned to less careful habits. Maintain a healthy skepticism toward any unexpected vehicle-related mail, calls, or emails. Consider this experience the beginning of a more comprehensive approach to identity security. The habits you develop now will protect you from various schemes beyond just vehicle fraud. Keep physical copies of evidence showing you've addressed any suspicious activity, as these records become crucial if you ever need to prove you took appropriate action. Use free annual credit reports, DMV account, monitoring and mail scanning services to create layers of protection that make your identity significantly more difficult to exploit. These systems only work when applied consistently over time, creating a record of your diligence. Picture a future where you're fully protected from vehicle registration fraud and similar schemes. You confidently receive mail, knowing you can immediately identify suspicious documents. You have systems in place to verify any unexpected communications about vehicles or loans. You maintain a regular schedule for identity monitoring that takes minimal time but provides maximum protection. This level of security isn't just possible, it's entirely achievable with the knowledge you now possess. Every time you check your credit report or verify a suspicious document, you're strengthening habits that will serve you for years, protecting your financial reputation and legal standing. Imagine the peace of mind that comes from knowing you've closed the security gaps that criminals exploit to make innocent people appear guilty. You'll recognize warning signs months or years before they develop into serious legal problems, giving you the critical time advantage needed to clear your name. New resources for identity protection continue developing as awareness of these schemes grows. By staying informed now, you position yourself to benefit from improved verification systems and legal protections that will make these crimes increasingly difficult to perpetrate against knowledgeable consumers. If this warning about vehicle registration fraud has helped you feel more prepared and protected, please consider blessing our channel with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or whatever amount feels right to you. Your support creates a powerful community of informed citizens and allows us to continue exposing these criminal schemes to those who need this information most. Your generosity funds our ongoing investigations into identity theft operations. If you've checked your records and found suspicious activity after watching this video, type "checked" in the comments below to encourage others to take this important protective step. Take these specific actions immediately. First, request your free credit reports from all 3 bureaus at annualcreditreport.com and examine them for unfamiliar auto loans or inquiries from car dealerships or lenders. Second, contact your state's DMV to verify all vehicles currently registered under your name and social security number. Third, consider placing a freeze on your credit to prevent unauthorized vehicle loans or registrations. Fourth, file a report with the FTC at identitytheft.gov if you discover any vehicles you don't own or applications you didn't authorize. Finally, maintain a file of all communications regarding this issue, as documentation becomes your strongest defense. For suspected vehicle registration fraud, contact your state's DMV Fraud Investigation Unit and the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. Remember that addressing this early dramatically improves your outcomes and legal standing. Move forward with confidence, knowing you've taken control of your identity security. Your awareness is your strongest protection against becoming an unwitting participant in someone else's criminal scheme. By taking action today, you change everything about how this situation could unfold for you and your financial future.